How's it going, you guys? So lately I've been reading some papers on empirical data and around cryptocurrency and blockchain, and one of the topics that I've been mostly interested in is obviously what determines the value. Now, some of these points are more important than others, but some of them kind of give you an idea based on, the fundamental structure or algorithm that certain blockchains or tokens or cryptocurrencies are built on. And you can make some, assertions based on all of that. So the first point is the amount of mining computational power devoted to finding a coin is positively correlated to altcoin value. So if you look at a graph and you have people that are mining at this rate right here, and you have your price that is closely correlated with that, and all of a sudden the price jumps up, it's very likely that that price is going to come back down to the mean of essentially how much computational power there is. And that's where you can make, one inference and determine whether or not a coin is overvalued or undervalued at that time. If, like in 2017, when we had the whole cryptocurrency craze, now we're in a second wave of it, but you had that going on. Now, at that point, if you would have looked at how much computational power was going into it and you saw that the numbers didn't line up, you could possibly determine that the coin was over or undervalued at that point and then decide whether or not you wanted to purchase. The second point here is the rate of coins found per minute is negatively correlated to altcoin value. This one's pretty basic. Essentially, if you're able to, in comparison to and relative to the other cryptocurrencies, mine a ton of coins super quickly and get it super easily, or it's just essentially given out, almost for free, and there's almost unlimited supply, then yes, it's going to have a negative effect on the price. That one is a pretty obvious point, but it's one that, still isn't isn't accepted by the masses, because we still have, kind of mass adoption of a lot of these meme coins that have no, fundamental value, that are just releasing trillions of coins, and people think because they can purchase them for, a trillion of them for $100, that they're going to be rich, but they don't understand that the value isn't driven by the fact that it's cheap. It, a lot of people may purchase it because it's cheap, but if that's the only factor that's driving it, then it's not going to, it's only going to go so far. But that being said, sometimes now with the cryptocurrency it's a little wonky, and people are able to get enough money and eyes on the project, and if they do have a good enough team, they can quickly create some utility to it that then propels them. The third one is the percentage of coins mined thus far compared to that which is left to be mined before the total money supply is reached is positively correlated to altcoin value. So the rest of that says, since they're an incentive feature, the closer the percentage of units that have been mined. Yeah, so this one is basically however much supply is left, the closer that you get to that end goal. For example, Bitcoin, we've already mined 18 million of those coins, and there's only 21 million total. The closer you get to that end goal, the more valuable the coin's going to be. That's another one that's pretty self-explanatory. Number 4 is altcoins based on the Scrypt algorithm will be more valuable than SAH 256. So, in an effort to improve upon the SAH 256 protocol which preceded it and which Bitcoin is based on, the Scrypt was employed as a solution to prevent specialized hardware from brute force efforts to outmine other Bitcoins. As a result, Scrypt altcoins require more computing effort per unit on average than the equivalent SAH 256. So basically, what Bitcoin is based on, those 256 bits or ones and zeros that is needed to essentially be the password to unlock, the public wallet and verify the transaction on the blockchain. This is more difficult than that, and altcoins that have the script algorithm in place, as opposed to the SAH 256, cryptographic, hash stuff, those ones are more likely to be valued higher. So that one has and this is based on empirical data. I'll leave a link down to it in the comments, or in the description, but this one is from economicpolicyresearch.org. But yeah, they ran the test and that's what it says. So, look for altcoins that are running the script algorithm. Number 5 is the longevity of the cryptocurrency is positively correlated to altcoin value. So in a market where essentially if you're not, you have to have the buyers and sellers in these cryptocurrency markets, and if you don't, they essentially just cease to exist, because to support that team of 5 to 10 developers that's pushing the technology forward and doing all of these things and helping to run, helping to run everything, you need to have money, and if they don't have enough money, they just pretty much end up ceasing to exist, and nobody ends up knowing what's going on with those cryptocurrencies, right? So yeah, the longevity of the coin is directly correlated. So essentially, if Bitcoin's been around for 10 years, it's probably going to be higher valued. And what's cool about these is, with some companies, there's not always an exact kind of genesis date, but with the tokens and the cryptocurrencies and the blockchain, there is data that you can look at, which is the point of it being a public ledger, that can tell you, hey, this is the exact genesis date, and then you can use that data, which is what they did, to compare to all of the other coins to figure out, hey, based on how long it's been around, is it being over or undervalued? And yeah, that was about it for these 5 points. Check it out and read some of it for yourself. Let me know what I should look at next. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and I'll see you guys next time.